Welcome, everybody. We are talking about Yak Eco Camp today. We're talking about the in real life part of YakDAO, the RWA side. And with me today, we have RWA heroes of YakDAO, Kim, and we have Nick on these screens here. So with that being said, I'll go through a quick couple of minutes here to do an introduction and let the community know what's happening on the property side. We have to talk about the token, and last week being a big deal with the token launch. It's a good time to just pause for a second and talk about the property. So that being said, Kim, if you want to go through and do a quick intro.
Sure. My name's Kim Woodbury. I'm in charge of all of the RWA side of the project. So we've been building for about a year now. And then with us is Nick and Whit from Big Bear Fence, our favorite contractors to date. They're always on time. They do what they say they're going to do. They bring a ton of energy to the project, and it's been a blast working with them. And they've really helped us get back on track when we were definitely floundering around. So it's going to be fun to talk to them today a little bit more about the project.
Give the YakDAO community a bit more of your background.
We got involved with the project, roughly almost right after the beginning of it. We came in. This is something that we were super excited to be a part of. Not one, just because of the campground, but two, involvement in how the whole system works. I've been building for about 10 years. Whit's been building for about 6 years. Whenever we had the opportunity to this, we were just super excited to come on board. We definitely have been moving forward, and, we're looking forward to see really what this is going to become.
Are you from the Brevard area?
Well, I am not from Brevard. I am originally from Pittsburgh. However, I have the whole East Coast from Maine to Florida building. And Whit is from...
I'm actually from Lancaster, South Carolina. I've been in the Asheville area for about 13 years now.
Nice.
And do not forget, and say that Nick is from Philly. You will get in trouble. Mix them up.
We only do the Penguins around here.
So if Nick, if you want to talk through just as far as what you've been working on the property, what you will be working on the property, I think that'll be really exciting for everybody on the internet side to understand.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll go back to, a few months ago. So we were running the winter, things slowed down. We really had time to buckle down. Me and Kim focused on plans, objectives that we wanted to meet. So currently we have surveyors out on the property right now, marking everything out for us. Something, that's going to be really beneficial, not to us just now, but down the line for future projects down at the property. We have our engineer that came out. We ran into some septic issues. However, after Kim took a look at the property and really drilled down into it, she found a new location for it. Engineer came out, we did samples. Great guy, we got those permits pulled now too, so things are going to start rolling on that end. The well is ready to be drilled. We are on the list, and we're not talking months out on this. We're actually weeks out on it now at this point. So that's going to be a huge thing for us to have down there.
Oh, sure. Any idea how deep it's going to have to be?
Around 300 feet is what we're guessing is the best guesstimate that we can get after they accessed the property and took a look and looked at similar properties in there. However, there is a chance we may have to go down to 600. It just depends on when we hit it, They'll come in, they'll do their casing, and then they'll start drilling.
Did I tell you that Neil was actually out on the property with the well drillers just to see?
Yeah,
the well rig can go in there apparently.
Yeah, so they can. So we'll go ahead and move the storage shed that we have down there, so the well can back their trucks right up in. We don't even need to go near the dams, anything like that at all. It's all on the access side that we want it on near Meese Road. So after really digging in and figuring out where everything was going to go, now it's kind of we're on the downside now. We get to do the fun stuff.
It's thinking about a community contest. Guess the depth of the well.
Well, yeah, that'd be fun.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that's it. That's it. We need to start a little chart for it. Start filling squares in.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be pretty cool. So, Kim, would you, I guess, look at kind of going through the property overview and just maybe, I know we talked about like detailed discussion around the property, but rolling it kind of back up to where we're at as far as the vision. How does everything where we're at right now fit into the vision? Do you feel good about it? Just where everything's at with where you're sitting.
Yeah, so right now we are moving some of the sites that had the canvas tents on it. Nick's actually said he could start that next week. So that'll be fun to see some movement on the property. And then we have one geodesic dome ordered and it has been delivered. It's on the property. It's just waiting for permits. That's been my life, I feel like, for the last year. So that one, as soon as it gets a deck built, it can go up. And then we are still talking with the county to see if we can order the F cubes. We put some of that in the Telegram channel. We put some of those pictures up, what those look like. The F cubes are from a company called YakDAO's. They're out of Poland, or aren't they out of
Sweden. I think they were Sweden.
Yeah. So those are like custom manufactured to live inside of a dome, especially with the high humidity and condensation that those can come with. So we want to try to order those, but I need to get the building permit to buy into those, and so that we can most likely get them up to code. So we just have to check off the boxes before we make that big expensive order. And then I did just hear yesterday that the picnic shelter, I like to call it a pavilion, it's a picnic shelter, that apparently needs to be rebuilt from the bottom up, but I actually didn't mind that news, even though it's kind of one more line item to add to the budget. I've always thought it was ugly, and I wanted to put some money into it. So that is where we are starting. We're really excited to get a trail builder out there on May 11th, I think. We're meeting with the trail builder to do some hiking and some single track mountain bike trails. And I think depending on insurance, we could maybe even open it to horses if anybody ever wanted to bring a horse. So lots of stuff going on. We had the pond stocked. We actually just ordered fathead minnows. Send down to Nick so he can release those into the fathead minnows will spawn, and they will have baby fathead minnows, and the trout will get to eat them because we did get the pond stocked a couple weeks ago. So those trout, they're probably going to be hungry.
Yeah, so we're excited to take those down. We'll get some content for you on that. Just to show you what's going on.
Here's the fathead minnows being released into the wild. Exciting stuff.
I mean, this has been awesome. I mean, it's just these domes, especially, they're going to be climate controlled inside. I mean, it's just amazing what Kim's going to do to the inside of them. Especially after, we've been on several calls just about design, quality issues, upkeep, everything. And I feel like we have it hammered down now to the overall game plan just to get things running smooth. So I feel like we're in a great place right now.
That's great. Yeah, it's fun to hear all the updates, and I think the community is going to be really excited to hear. I know every time we talk about something specific, whether it be the pavilion or bathhouse, there's always conversations that go around those specific things. So with the pavilion, mentioning that we will have the opportunity to look at starting from scratch on that.
The opportunity. That needs to get torn down. It's an opportunity to build a nicer one. Yeah, love it.
I can't wait to see the trails get put in now. So this whole time that we spent down on the property and stuff, we only walked a little bit up there first, Now, I would say maybe a month or two, we actually physically walked that whole property, and it is beautiful what is on the backside of it. I thought the front was great. I think the back is even better.
Amazing. that's amazing. I don't know how many brave souls would actually make that trek without the trails, but
Yeah, there's some sticker bushes and thorns and briars. He's not joking around.
The little waterfalls on the property and stuff that make it all worth it.
It's not really that bad.
Brent, I wanted to do some sort of like contest or something, like you get to name the waterfall for the community.
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous without any rules on it. You know, the chance will be named Nipples or something like that, but
yeah, there you go.
left it to the community. No, that's awesome. It's all really exciting stuff, and gets me more excited about the property as well. I got to get back out there. So, for those of you who are familiar with the token side but not the property side, hopefully this has done a good job just kind of telling where we're at with the property side. Build, wait for permits, build, wait for permits. Seems like that's a normal cycle.
Mhm.
With those of you that are unfamiliar with the project as a whole, we hear a lot about RWA, real world assets, and crypto these days. What we like about YakDAO is the simplicity of tokenomics. We aren't looking at fractionalization of property titles. We aren't looking at fractionalization of individual dwellings. It's very complicated. Essentially, the way that our tokenomics work is it's based off of occupancy and DAO revenues. So when domes go up and we have heads and beds and occupancy rates are great, that's where significant revenue comes back as token buybacks. The number is 30% of overall YakDAO revenues. So occupancy being the biggest driver on those future buybacks. It's very simple in the sense where it's scalable, looking at multiple properties. That occupancy line item revenue increases across multiple units, multiple properties, whether that be in the United States or outside of the United States. Keeping it tied to the token and buybacks helps us go faster, not have to solve a lot of these legal issues that these other companies are having to solve right now. So really looking at if Yak does well, YakDAO properties do well, and everything goes faster. It's the best way to think about it from a Yak's holder standpoint. Hold, buy more, we go faster, we build faster, we get more properties. So yeah, very simple. We launched a token last week. I believe it's 5x the price is what it was on launch date. So we've been really happy with where the token's at. It is a lot of content between token coming out and property enhance and property development happening as well. So there's a lot of aspects to this business, and doing your own research on YakDAO as a whole could take quite some time. So hopefully these videos where we're kind of bridging real world and talking to people that are working in real life helps kind of bridge that gap and allows you to see more of the asset side of this project. Cool. Well, I think we're probably at about time. Is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about? Maybe funny stories from the property or frustrations or.
So we got a few things. All right. So we spend a lot of time. It's nice. A lot of our team, hasn't had the experiences of something like this, and being on the property with the pond and, just being able to go through and hunt and everything. We go down there, they fish for hours. I mean, nonstop. It's just nonstop fishing for hours. We had a couple guys swim in it. When the trampoline was on the pond, working all day. 4 o'clock rolls around, they're out there hopping on their trampoline, jumping. We got one fishing on the other end.
That's awesome. We gotta get a live stream video out there.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing I wanted to get to. That's a little sneak peek from Kim, so we're working on getting some live stream cameras down there.
Yeah, we actually just ordered a time lapse video, so that'll be really fun to have that. I don't know if we can get it live the feed for you, Brent, but we can at least upload it, every so often. So that'll be fun to see the time lapse of the deck getting built and then the domes going up.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, that'd be really fun.
We got a Wi-Fi booster too that we're going to try down there to see if we can pick up the server so we can tap into live streams for it. We'll see how it works though.
Yeah. Once we get our building permit, do you think they'll release our electricity? Because once they release our electricity, I think we can get Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we'll get temp electric. We probably won't get Wi-Fi, but we'll get temp electric, which will change the game also down there.
Yeah.
We're right there. We're so close. So close to the magic happening.
So close. Just need some signatures.
Some signatures and some more money.
Give a shout out for your company.
Absolutely.
Name of your company and website if you have one.
Oh, so we're Big Bear Fence and Deck, and we are actually only on Facebook. But it's Big Bear together and Fence and Deck together, and then we'll pop up. Absolutely. It was nice to meet you, Brett.
Nice to meet you as well. Nice to meet you.
Thanks for being here, you guys. I know you got a lot of work to do, so I appreciate your time today.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be in touch, and Kim, I'll talk to you Monday.
Okay.